Alright, welcome back everybody. I'm Guy on Ostrich. That is a capital Goo. How do you do? And today, we're going to be continuing off from where we left off. And in the last episode, we got absolutely ran through. Like, it wasn't just a train. It was like the whole, train yard was just ran through us. Like, we're here. I'm doing like I did for episode 7, where I'm going to go through and I am going to I'm gonna watch I edited everything together. This took me like 2 hours to do, 40 some minutes long. It's gonna take a while. Let's just hop on in. You'll see the what starter we get, all that. Like no reason to really just waste y'all's time too much. But this was amazing. I think I touched on it at the end of episode 7. Like I've had so much enjoyment from I've had so much enjoyment from recording this series. YouTube's just brought playing doing all these videos has just brought so much more excitement, just so much more fun back to just video games in general for me. I'm really looking forward to what the future holds if I do any other video game stuff. But I'm keeping this fully Pokemon centric. Like that's it. There's nothing else going on this channel, and that's just because I want this to be full focus. And yes, we did get a Mareep. Yes, we did get the it was a super rare level of Mareep. I probably could look up what what we're really looking at there. Um, I will say while I was editing this together, we I think I kind of had the idea to try and cut stuff whenever it goes to black screen naturally. That way it's not going to feel as jumpy. I didn't think it felt too bad in episode 7, but I hope you all kind of feel the same way. I mean, I'd love to have a little bit of help on how you all feel towards this, and I am recording. Uh, I yeah, I don't know, just a weird. Yeah, that was weird. But recording this right after I done recorded episode 7, so I'm kind of I was in the mood to just get this stuff over with. I'm about to have to go on a big editing grind. I enjoy it. I'm honestly thinking about, I really am thinking about just having recording me edit and just show y'all kind of my process. But we got the first gym badge. I mean, that's very simple. Very simple. And I done all my training, all my grinding. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. We're just efficient grinders out here. But we got Mareep to Flaffy, and I am super excited. I love. I mean, I was so excited when I saw Mareep because I don't know if anyone's gone back and watched and yeah, I hold on some screens sometime. Hopefully we can fill in the void. But if anyone's gone back and watched my Crystal, which Crystal's better than Yellow as far as as far as series I have out there. So just a hint, you're not gonna get the worst of the worst, but which I enjoy I enjoy Johto a whole lot. And I really was upset in Crystal whenever I couldn't get a Mareep. So being able to actually have that through this time is just an amazing feeling. And of course we have Tepig, which to go into Pig Night. And here is our first. This is our first generation, our first game, and I mean, yeah, our first game where it's not first generation, first game, first everything, where we use each of the starters. I mean, which we haven't had a series go 3 runs yet. But we, I mean, we got everything actually though. I mean, we had what was it? Was platinum our only other reset? Platinum might have been our only other reset. I don't know. Like sometimes these things get really like just clustered together. But yeah, that I mean this was such a risky play right here. I mean like I say risky, but I mean like we were gonna win anyways. But I mean like it could have went for a protect. If it goes for protect, I lose my pig knight. But yeah, so you guys don't have to watch Pokestar Studios. Like you had to watch it once. I had to go through it 3 times. So that was horrible. That was horrible. But I mean, we powered through it. We definitely just powered through. I I mean, was doing a whole lot of just like binge watching. I think I might have touched. I either touched on this. Okay, this is a later in the series. I have recorded the whole series. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I have worked on the full series. That's completely done. But I I started a rewatch of Bleach, and I mean like it's a rewatch very casually. But yeah, I mean, hey, look, I mean we're getting our encounters, and like there's nothing that's really been too like much of a big deal now for me. Oh, and I did think this was a cool idea. Like I showed like this that was for me as much as whatever, but like it shows like what we like how when blah, blah, blah. I switched my team out. So like that helps for layout stuff, that helps for y'all just to kind of have more of an idea going forward with it. And I think I asked this in episode 7, but let me know how y'all feel about like this and like video style. Which I'm not scripting this. I'm not doing anything. I probably would have been better off scripting it, but that's just not how I roll. Really. I mean, if y'all want me to do scripted content, and by scripted content I mean like play through a game and then like have to kind of write out like um I don't want to butcher his name, but it's Madry Bread, I think. Like I'll shout out people that I watch, but like he does like Pokemon Challenge videos. He does Pokemon Challenge videos, and like he always writes a script out like to talk over. So if you want me to do stuff like that, like I'll be happy to. But like I don't know if like me trying to script out stuff is the best. There's a reason I went to school for broadcasting and not journalism because my writing is horrible. But I mean, right there we had a fire. I mean, we have a fire type and a bug gym. Y'all know that's easy. And I mean, at this point, like we know Colress is a big deal. We know Colress is a big deal. So I need a I let's show him his battles. I mean, this one was a lot easier. I will say the game is a lot easier starting with Tepig. I had learned that the early game with Tepig is a lot easier, and I mean like it allows you to help build up your team even more too. So if anyone's wanting to go back and just play through and think of like a easier strategy or like use the easier team, I will use Tepig as a shout out for that. I don't like his move set, but like he just seemed like we were able to it just seemed like we were able to run through the game a lot better with Tepig and like which Pig Knight and but yeah. So I mean like always I'm showing off the encounters. I mean, you know, it comes and it goes. We we did really good too, as far as like not losing anything, like losing anything, like for the most part. And I say for the most part, I mean spoilers. I mean you'll see later on. I mean it happens for this, so I mean we're doing that. But yeah, I had loose rewatch of Bleach. Like I mean I don't know. I enjoy it. I feel like it's honestly it's gotta be in my top five. It probably has to be top three really for how much like I think that's almost an easier rewatch than some other stuff. But I mean I don't know how you all feel about this, but I felt like if I were kind of going through the same stuff, I didn't. I mean, this is hmm, we I recorded 9 parts, and I mean like some of them took me like 30 minutes to record, others took like an hour. So, but I mean like on average like 30 minutes, so 30 minutes for 9 episodes is still 4.5 hours, and this is just 46 minutes. So I mean, the fact that I was able to condense all that into 46 minutes still, and like this just like this way, you're still getting like the full sense of my playthrough. Like you're still getting to experience like the bigger moments for a Nuzlocke. We're having the bigger battles because, I mean, for this, like I mean, the bigger battles are more like where you're more. It's where you're most likely to lose stuff. And I mean, like, the whole name of the game for Pokemon is like the gym battles and the Elite Four and Champion. So if I just showed like the encounters, or I just show, but or I just showed the gym, like that doesn't really capsulate. Big word. I don't know if I used it correctly, but yeah, like it doesn't really paint the full picture when it comes to Pokemon. And I mean, also like we're at I mean, the first four gyms, like I blew through these pretty quickly. Like we start to see like the hour-long episodes stack up. Um, I guess I could have done like the Pokemon World Tour or whatever, but I didn't think. Well, I mean, as far as like things that I could have shown and not cut, but I don't know. Um, I I could have swore though that ground types couldn't be paralyzed at this point, or like electric types couldn't be paralyzed, or fire types couldn't be burned. So that might be a sixth gen thing, but I'm not too sure about that. Let me know comments below. Like that's also something to if y'all could help me with, that'd be cool. Um, this the electric gym did cause more problems than I really thought it would. Which I mean, also I didn't think that my ground type could get paralyzed, but I mean, it is what it is for that. Um, coughing's very coughing seemed somehow turned a lot more useful, and there is a theme that continues throughout this whole playthrough is adamant. Like anything at all that like the only things that I got that weren't adamant were physical attackers. Plus I mean this guy is adamant too. So I mean like eh so like he's the one like rule breaker I guess to that cuz but he really like the like Sandile, Krokorok, like being adamant, like intimidate adamant nature, like that's insane. And I mean, which I will be honest, like I don't know too much of the natures. I know adamant, modest, jolly. I mean, like just I mean, like your basic like what do you need to do to? I mean, like the basic showdown, like make things more easy on you. Like you're just gonna try and walk in there and just bang, like hit them hard. Like you want adamant or you want modest. You don't really. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to hit you hard with my physical attacker, but I'm gonna actually neutralize my defense. But nah. But yeah, I mean, like y'all could see that that whole gym fight, like it took a whole lot longer than expected. I mean, a, paralyzed ground type. That's no joke. Like that does cause a lot of problems. And I didn't even notice that. Like I go up on the jumbotron in the background there until I was editing, and then we're back to getting our encounters. And ooh, we like there's points where we have just like an insane team. Like I really like the team that we have that we go with. And I'm hoping I don't have too bad of an echo. I hope you're not hearing this movement. Sometimes like I get very antsy. And here's where we get the Zorua. Like I said, like we're getting our just like the bukus, the buttload, the just crazy amount of encounters and just different things at this point. And it's it's something like trying to figure out all this stuff was pretty insane. And like I want you all to know, like that night was recording, like the night I recorded every like probably like 20 to 23, like I was in like the best spirit possible. Like I was happy. I was just like I don't know, I guess I was just on one for that night. Sometimes that's just how it is. Like you just have moments of just feeling good. Also, really rare Dynamo. So I got a bunch of rare encounters too. And like I just thought that was such an insane thing to me at like how much encounters we got. And oh goodness, I don't know if I've been able to talk like this much and be able to actually kind of keep up with it. Like my jaw's kind of getting a little sore. Might need. I don't know how you work on that, but I'm probably gonna need to get some water after this. I thought I'd save y'all the gulp gulp noise, But yeah, you're able to see like just the process. You're coming with me on the journey. This I recorded 3 nights in a row. I believe it was either 3 or 4 nights in a row. Like this was like a lot. Like this was most of my day too. Was which I've messed up my sleep schedule completely. I'm recording this voiceover at 2:02. So we're really just like roughing it at this point. But ground type gym. Pet Lil did put in some work here. Like it did come go into this a warrior. And Petrie, that's a little dinosaur from Land Before Time. I if I could make it to where like I could kind of just like base my nicknames off of one thing, we'd be good. But I don't know if I can do that. Like my my mind just goes like I am the Patrick Star. My mind is an enigma. Like that is my mind is an enigma. Like the like just milk falling over all that stuff. That is definitely just like if you like it tilts over, it'll just spread and just spread and spread. If only there were cookies around it, Which like, why am I? Why are we talking cookies? No, who knows? Golden Oreos are better than regular Oreos. I will gladly listen to that debate. Milanos are amazing, the little like Keebler elf cookies that are like Milanos, that are just like the like you have Milanos and then you have like those Keebler elf, what's like elf fudge cookies or something. Those are both amazing. The elf fudge are just like dip those in milk. Like I hope if you haven't tried those, you go and get some. Compare them with Milanos. Like that's pretty much just like your I think that's your kid to adult comparison for a cookie. Either both are good. We lose Petrie. That's rough, but I mean at the same time, like I didn't want to like you get. I mean sacrifices have to be made, and I think I've learned that. Like the sacrifices have to be made, and if you're not willing to sacrifice like just something that you don't see like in the future as much, then like it's rough. Like I mean, I want to try and save everything here, but that's not. I mean, like that's just not humanly possible. And I mean, I wanted to because I mean, like the whole thing was I did really want that intimidate drop because that's just the best strategy to be able to take care. I mean, like if you can lower their attack, like you have, like you gain control. Honestly, and which Clay is also probably the best gym leader from this region. I don't know. I do have fun, like actually just reading stuff because I mean that little southern, like that little cowboy, that little country twang. Like I don't know if I do it justice, but I mean it comes out of you when you see those words, and that's fun. That's really fun. And now we're getting one of my probably my favorite random Pokemon from this generation, being Cincino, which I thought this was Cincino and its evolved form was Mincino. I think I might have touched on that earlier, but the reason I like this is going off of Pokemon Showdown. Like you would do the random battles, you would always some for some reason get a Cincino that was choice banded or choice scarfed. Choice band raises attack, only can use one attack. Only can use one attack. Choice scarf raises speed, only can use one attack. And if I got those wrong, you guys will really dog me. I don't care, like whatever. But skill link toe slap was just a fun random move, and like it's just a fun random Pokemon to actually make use of. And I mean, I don't know. Like I'm sitting here, like I like just watching it and being able to talk. Like I enjoy this actually. I I do sit on stuff a little bit. These can kind of get a little like but I mean like I thought like you need to see the process. See see the thought. I mean like I can't really give you the thought process unless do whatever. But I mean flying gym, rock type. I mean I wanted to have like something other than Ampharos just in case. I mean like coming up. Like I believe Ampharos is honestly all we needed. Spoiler alert: we beat the flying gym. We get Swanna. I really like showing the evolutions and everything. I feel like this would have been a lot quicker of a thing if I didn't show like just me catching, me like me putting in like the stuff from the PC. But you need to see this. Like this is our journey. This is a journey. And Pig Knight, we get him to go to turn into Embor. Yes, we're about to take on the Flying Gym, but I'm one of those who I really like to just have my starter with me throughout. Like that's why it really hurt to lose. Like it really hurt to lose both the Duwat and the Servine, which I think I've got. Like I may comment about like starters and all that fun business in an upcoming episode because I think I talk about the three, like this being the first time we have like all three starters in a playthrough. But I'm very I'm very curious for whenever that does happen to hear the responses. So like we can wait till that. We can wait till that video to be able to actually hear it. And I think I heard like kind of an echo, which I'm hoping we don't have. And I, w- I will say, looking at Amphrose's moveset, I was really intrigued that it got Power Gem. I don't remember Power Gem coming in and being super useful, but it was nice to have that extra coverage instead of just having like another electric type move. Which getting discharged now was a really big help. It's a lot better than Magnezone getting discharged at like 53 or whatever, because discharge is too good of a move compared to Thundershock. Now, I would have really appreciated if that was Thunderbolt, but for some reason we just can't have the good things in that sense, now can we? But yeah, and then now we're on the side route. I will say, like, I don't go to the strange house. We do touch on that later on in the series. So, just an FYI for people who might think like for missing encounters, whatever. And yes, I know that there's like it's the same it's the same name, but we go with an outside and the inside because why not? I mean, why not? It's a Nuzlocke. We like you. I mean, you're limited to so many encounters already, so like we can change that up. I don't see a problem with it. And we get Crocodile now, which I mean, the Crocodile is just amazing, and like Adamant Intimidate. Like, come on, like you can't do much better. Like, you cannot do much better. And I think it was either the process to get through Driftfell or was getting to Opelucid that was the most just annoying. Just the most annoying one out of all of them. Well, Opelucid was the most annoying. I think Driftfell was the longest. Actually, yeah, that's a better way to put it. Driftfell was, I believe, the longest in time for how it took to get where we did from which Nimbasa and Driftfell, like they're like the side by side one, but I mean like just encounters and encounters and encounters and then like encounters and having to run through routes and just do all this. I am realizing I didn't get an encounter in that cave you get Cabalion. Or and I know there's a little grotto. I know there's a little grotto in the trees on that path too. So darn. I would have really liked to like that just sucks because I actually remembered it. I mean, like someone could point it out to me, like, "Oh, you forgot that," and I mean, I forget stuff. So what? But here we go. Like, I wanted to show like the full Cobalion catching process. I don't know why exactly, but I mean it's a legend. I think being able to see like I mean like y'all know like the reputation legends have. I mean he's paralyzed. Like you could have him in the red, he can be paralyzed, and he's still going to just do way too. He's just gonna do way too much, and it's just dumb. And I mean, like just like how it's probably dumb that I switched in my Crocodile. Well, I mean, I let off with Crocodile to get the Intimidate drop, like to get at least one attack but lower. And then I went for the other one, and I wasn't really expecting it to do as much damage as it did. And my hair is just falling out of the bun right now, so I'm about to put my hair up too while I'm doing this. And I have long hair. I've grown it out since my senior year of high school. I had a flow going for the football season. It wasn't much, but I mean, I would have loved to have had it where it's at now for it, but yeah. This was not. This isn't the one I was thinking of. Like, oh wait, no, 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 no. This is. Yeah, we do make use of this because Swana is really helpful here. Actually, at least I think this is it. I'm hoping this is it because we had only one other encounter, but oh, and we're having storms here, so isn't that great? So you guys probably heard some thunder. Y'all definitely heard some thunder. Um, but Swana having Roost was amazing for this because fighting and still like they are like not very effective on flying. So I was able to sit in here on red health, and I could just like throw ball after ball. And if I did get into a spot where I lost a lot of health, then I could roost up. I mean, he's paralyzed, so he's gonna be slower. So I have like all the comfort to be able to just go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's I needed to turn a light on in my room, just kind of oh, just kind of have that like gross feeling. Like now, like y'all ever just get like sweaty or whatever, and it just doesn't like. I turned my fan off to try and get better audio, and it's just kind of gotten real like just stuffy in here. So, like that's before. That's just dealing with everything too. I'm a like we got time. Like I've been a real bad sweater through for my whole life. So like it helps in basketball though, because like I was really good at getting rebounds if I played basketball with friends or like with anybody really, like just at like break or recess or whatever. Which I think it just turns into break once you hit middle school, which it doesn't have the same ring to it. Like just not the same like fun ring to it. But how much times can I? But so okay, okay. Yeah, playing basketball and you go, which I can't shoot. I'm not getting the paint. I'm not. I'm a really bad basketball player. I can't even jump high. But what I can do is sweat on people and like get at least enough of a position to where I can put my hands up and grab a ball. And which I ended up always like I didn't like I said I didn't really post up or whatever, but I guess I thrived on the low block. And I thrived as much as a person who could throw the ball up and get rim blocked about every single time. But I did have a moment where I blocked one guy, like one of my friends, and like he was going up for a layup, and I just like I I came in from the free throw line, well, close to the free throw line. Like I was in the paint probably still, but he went up for the layup, and I just like swatted it completely. Like I got a loud noise, like bounced it off the wall there. One of the teachers who was overseeing, like, just walked over, stopped the game, shook my hand. Kind of just a funny, just weird moment. I mean, which sometimes you just need moments like that from teachers or from for other people. Like you just, I don't think I needed any kind of like, oh hey, like good job on that. It was I don't think it was that big of a whatever, but it was kind of just a fun like little break for everybody just to have that like just oh hey we caught it. I didn't know how long this went on, but yeah. Also, I know there's probably those people who's had half court shot challenges. This is also a Zinzalin fight. Oh no, yeah, this is a Zinzlin fight, and we lost our Embor, and we lost Cincino, which Cincino was a lot more of a just my personal like I wanted to use it, and this does carry on a little bit like just me changing out, putting stuff on the team. I mean, y'all know how it goes sometimes. There wasn't too much to the other story, but like, well, I mean, there's people who are trying to hit like all these half court shots. Some people are trying to go behind the back half court, and I was like, all right, I'll do this. So then I went up there. No one. I mean, of course, like I said, like like wasn't the best at basketball, but like I was able to one try a behind the back half court shot. Everyone was surprised. I mean, that automatically makes you one of the coolest people for like at least 10 seconds. So there, like I was the coolest person in that gym for a total of 10 seconds probably because I did that, and I was just like, oh, watch this, and that was it. But it is what it is, and this sucked. This sucks. That is what I am hurt the most about. And you probably can't tell. I mean, like you can tell I'm hurt because of like me saying it. But I mean, like we didn't hang on that death for long enough, really, for me to be able to just like that was something I was like, oh my goodness, like I was torn up so much more about losing Crocodile than I was losing Embor. Because like I mentioned earlier, Embor didn't really have the best move set. Crocodile, like I don't know if I get Earthquake or when I get Earthquake, but I mean Crunch Earthquake as an adamant nature, Intimidate. I mean, come on, like that's almost about as perfect as it gets. And I lose it to a Durant on a critical hit Ironhead. Which the thing that hurt me the most too though with that was I was sitting there, I'm like, you know what would have really helped me not lose to this Durant? If I had a fire type. So yeah, at this point I start throwing in kind of the B team, or like in my opinion the B team. Um which I feel like we've used your mask a lot in terms of these. I mean, like between White and like this series, which I mean, like it's amazing. Like I feel like I've used Cofagrigus in more like runs of stuff than like. I mean, Crobat's one of the few things that probably tops it. Which I mean, um, your mask Cofagrigus is good, but I mean it didn't really stand out too much. And oh I don't remember how this gym fight went. This is oh, I put up the spikes. That's right. And did it? I don't know if this even came in handy. I don't know if this even came in handy at all. Actually. Um. Yeah. I'm. Okay. Yeah. I. Okay. And this is why doing stuff in your free time isn't good. Like if I was recording this, I would have been I would have just went ahead and everything would have been fine and dandy, and we would have just like we would just been good and gone with it. But I used toxic spikes again after it said it didn't. It failed because I think I looked at my clock or something. I was just like and then I look back. I'm like, oh, did that say it didn't work? Well, gotta try it again. Because I mean that's what you do whenever you don't know if you see what you're seeing is you have to have the exact same situation play out. And we Ampharos got close. I mean at this point Cabalion's just amazing, guys. I think I'm a lot more. I really like Cabalion as far as like compared to all the other legends of Unova. Like Cabalion's really like just I really enjoy it. And yeah, we got hit with a crunch, which I was really confused by because it justified boosted, and then like that just allowed us to go and I mean like we got like super attack boost at this point, and it just made it easy. So yeah, and funny thing is like this ends here, and then nothing like no big battles, no nothing happens, and I just we go and I'm hopping right into the Marlin fight. Yeah, like that was just so that was insane. Like I mean, like you don't face Zinzalin. I mean, it's just a bunch of grunts, and that's not like you guys don't want to see grunts. So I mean, we go in. I mean, we got. I mean, Ampharos. I got Levani. Like we were set to go for this, and I mean, you can kind of just tell that like this was pretty easy. I mean, we just bang through like very just bang bang bang. I, I shouldn't say that because I think we might have had a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, we did get the Scald Burn. I do just I get the Well Lord out, and then I switch into Levani, and we go from there. Or I switch into somebody. Um, yeah, okay, yes, Levani. I mean, that would have been really weird to have not gone into Levani, but I mean, I've I've seen me do weirder stuff, so yeah. I mean, like we get. I don't know why. Okay, forgive me in my mind for some reason I was thinking that had mummy. Um, yeah, and this is where I we which you all seen when we got the master ball in like the flying gym like the town not Nimbasa. Oh my gosh, I'm not as I'm not too sure about these cities so as much, but we get the master ball, and I look up just because I'm curious. Like, do you get Kyurem, or like what legends can you get? And it turns out it's just Terrakion, Cobalion, and Virizion. I wish we would have had like more options, but I was like, all right, fine. We'll get we'll just get Terrakion with the Master Ball. I didn't really fool with Virizion. I don't know if that would have. I don't know if that would have helped me any more or any less. Like I don't. Like I don't know. Like I didn't want to. I didn't really want to have like all the legends like I did last time. And me and Fu, which I think me and Xiao's really cool. And this is someone I was super happy about. This what I love Sphil. I do love Sphil. And the sad thing about Sphil is it was adamant. And I would have loved for it to have been modest. But the moveset actually wasn't as bad as I thought. And we have the Zinzlin fight here. I mean, like, we pretty much end with two Zinzlin fights. And I mean, like, they go about as good as you would expect with someone with a fighting type, with a legend and the starter. I mean, Samurai, I don't know, like, your rival stuff seems to actually do a whole lot more work. Like their star seems to do a whole lot more work than yours, well, than mine ever did. And which I mean, a part of that is probably because I lost it. But still, like even like the Embor, like when the rival had it, seemed like he was doing a whole lot. But I mean, he also had attacks that did damage to himself, and I don't really want to run those because that's just not the. I mean, in a Nuzlocke, like I mean, the best way to stay alive isn't to try and just. I mean, like you don't try and take yourself out and say I'm trying to survive. I mean, that's my mindset. I would think about putting explosion on something and having that like to finish up if I know I can win. But I mean, that's just I mean, like sometimes that's just kind of funny to go down swinging like that. But yeah, we got one more battle with Zenzalin, and I don't even know if like it shows me stopping in Colress's room. But I've really enjoyed actually just sitting here talking, being able to do like I've talked some of the game, we've talked some stuff. I've got more plans. Like I mean, at the time of recording for the future, they could come out early, like they could come out before this, they could come out after this. I'm super just excited for the future of everything. I've this has just made me I'm just in a good mood. I really want to be able to make some good content. I hope I can just get some stuff out there that you all will enjoy, and that we can be able to just grow like a community, grow, just have like kind of a family here. Like, I think that would just be fun. As like that'd just be amazing for me to. I think as far like for me, I think that'd be a cool thing. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but like I don't know. Like I just think it'd be cool to have just a real like a good community where we can just play Pokemon, talk about anime, talk about sports, talk like whatever. I mean, if you aren't interested in what I'm interested in, like this isn't a mean thing, but I honestly don't know how you watch me. So, without further ado, like this is pretty much over. I'm gonna thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for tuning in. The battle's gonna wrap up. I mean, we're picking up where we left off. This has been a whole episode of just rebuilding and redoing. As always, I'm Guy on Ostrich. That is Capital Goo, and until next time, peace out.